we're just gonna sit here awkwardly and wait till I start. But in the meantime, watch these fun dumb clips. See you soon.
You see that tree over there? Look at it. Freaking raving out. Whoa. Yeah. Okay. I won't bother you. My bad, Chief. Yes! We caught our first shiny.
Nice shot. Chipping. Nice birdie.
We're just the start of her career. She's made them her entire career.
You got it. She's been responsible for shutting down every shady Maggia joint in town for a decade. It's pretty amazing to see, actually.
That's eerie, all right.
Lord have mercy.
Wow. Look at us. 3 dudes. And thank God nobody's nude. That's for the other podcast. Simply Freak. Go to onlyfans.com/simplyfreak for your 30% off code. 'Cause that's a sponsor today.
Valid for the next 24 hours.
Yep. I know your mom subs.
Who'd you address that to? Who'd you address that to?
Just chat.
Who?
Just chat.
Okay.
Just chat.
Look, chat. Like,
I was gonna say, what'd you say about my mother?
It was just chat. In general. So yeah, we took last week off because our whole entire town basically had no internet for like 2 days. It was pretty
it was a
cool.
good time.
It was pretty legit. I kind of loved it. I was like, man, I really hope I go out of internet. And guess what happened? A day without internet, and I couldn't use my phone for like most of that time either. So that was pretty chill.
It worked
Great.
at my work, so I mean, I didn't feel it till I went home at the end of the day.
Oh, I
And then a
felt
part
it.
of me was like, dang, I wish I was still at work. At least there
Without-
I could use my phone.
Like, I don't want to dox myself, but like out of our town, as soon as I left our town, it's like like, what's considered our zone,
Mhm.
I instantly my phone started working again perfectly fine. I was like, sweet, love
I was
that.
gonna ask what
Apparently,
happened, but I don't want to dox us.
We can talk about it without doxing
the
it. Somebody went to
Verizon also went out.
yeah,
Yeah, I know that much.
yeah. So
Yeah, I know exactly what happened.
Did somebody not call before they digged?
Somebody vandalized the hub area and destroyed multiple nodes and cut multiple fiber lines that powered Verizon and the internet provider.
Oh,
I heard a rumor that it was a disgruntled employee.
Probably was. It would have to have been for them to know exactly what would have
Yeah.
took everything out.
So that was cool. Ewan got internet, I think, last out of everybody.
hmm
So we didn't stream last week because of that. But yeah, now we're here. Happy 2nd of July. We're 2 days early, but
happy creation of the Declaration of Independence Day.
dude, where's Nicolas Cage?
Well, actually,
Where's
no, I
Nicolas
think they
Cage?
signed it on the 2nd. I gotta look this up. I'm the history person. I need to know this.
All I know
think
is
it's
we need
weird
to get
that
Nicolas
Monster
Cage
Hunter
on the
Wilds
podcast
has guitar in it now.
because that'd be sick to have a Nicolas Cage as a guest. While
You
you're
want
doing
Sick
that,
Nick?
what'd you say?
Sick Nick,
Yeah, sick Nick.
he's got a lot of health issues, man.
It's cool though. I want him. So off the wall topic. You go ahead. You found out your stuff there.
So happy. Let me. Yeah. Happy declaring our Freedom Day.
There we go.
The treaty or the declaration wouldn't be signed for another month.
Dang. Wild. So off the wall thing. So I have LinkedIn, because I do, and I randomly got a message from somebody, asking if we take suggestions for like guests, and I said not normally, but who do you have in mind?
We're not big enough, but
yeah, like
you know.
who do you have in mind? And some person I never heard of, one of their workers wanted them to come here on our show to talk about insurance. To talk about insurance. And I said, that doesn't really fit us at all. No thanks.
Say you haven't watched the show without saying you haven't watched the show.
Say you haven't looked at my LinkedIn profile at all and the podcast name at all. No,
Wild.
I was like, are you serious? Like, how out of touch are you? And I was like, honestly, if they were going to pay us, I would have been
Oh, that's a different story.
yeah, if you're gonna pay to come on my podcast to talk about insurance, I'll figure out some way to correlate it with our mesh. I'll
I
figure
don't
out a
think you
way.
can.
No, I would. I'd be like, yeah, if you guys have a collection, this guy can help you protect your collection.
Yeah, okay.
I was full. I already had this in my brain. I was like, if we're talking numbers, if they're gonna pay to come on my show,
But they're not even gonna get exposure
heck no.
yet.
But
Not
I
yet.
thought yet. Keyword yet. I just thought it was so funny. Honestly, we just need some big influencer to see our show, and
Yeah.
we're set.
I'd feel bad.
And feel bad and be like, yo, I can help you out so much. And I'm like, please do, brother or sister. I don't care if you're male or female. I don't care if you don't even identify as a male or female. If you want to help us out with this podcast and get us up there, that's for a different discussion. But I don't even care.
Could be
Anyway.
a Velociraptor for all I care.
Exactly. You could identify as a Lego minifigure, and I'm cool with it. Just help us out. Anyway, I think we should save the bigger news for last. as of like what happened today. But I kind of want to talk about how this whole stigma of game key cards is a huge thing that I think is absolutely stupid, and I think most people on the internet are dumb. And here's why. All right. So for those of you who don't know what game key cards are, Nintendo Switch 2 has two type of cartridges. One with the whole game on it, and one with next to none of the game on it. Which is already what we're dealing with PlayStation and Xbox. You know, I go and I buy. This game's like 99% on the disc, but this doesn't count. I go and buy Senran Kagura Peach Beach Splash. Okay?
Okay.
And most of the time, for bigger games, this is essentially would be a game key card because there would be normally no data on the disc. It would trigger for a download, which most Xbox and PlayStation games do now. Because they're cheap and they don't want to spend a lot of money on a higher memory disc. So Nintendo wants to be actually really competitive this time around and have some of the big third-party games on their system because it's a more powerful system. So what do? Hey, we're going to make a cheaper alternative for you guys to also have a retail facing and have these game key cards, which is the same thing if I were to go out to buy Call of Duty on a disc that has like 19 megabytes on it and I download the rest. We've been doing this for years. I hate it. I don't like the, I buy a disc and there's next to nothing on the disc. But, like, we've been doing this for the past 2 generations. So why is it people are dunking on Nintendo for it?
Well, and even if
'Cause it's
they're on the
Nintendo.
disc, like the game is on the disc, like there's enough storage on the disc to hold it.
Mm-hmm.
It probably does. Like it's not gonna have the day one patch that
Nope.
all these games seem to need that will fix any game breaking bugs because they don't send games out fixed.
Nope.
Like from the start.
Not anymore.
It's like I just
And
don't.
then like
I just don't get it.
Indiana Jones is 20 gigs on the disc, 50 gigs download.
Yes. A good.
Doom,
Great, yeah.
not on the disc at all.
No.
It is megabytes on the disc. It is a key
Yeah.
to unlock access to the game.
The
Download.
only difference is that that's a disc and not a cartridge.
What's another? Like, Call of Duty is going to be doing it. Like,
yeah, Call of Duty is every
I
time.
honestly would be surprised if Outer Worlds going to be on the PlayStation disc.
It won't be.
Like, I'm assuming it's
Gears,
going to just
I
be like download required.
I guarantee Gears will be on next to nothing on the disc for when that comes to PlayStation 5. I just find it to be super annoying. So, like, yeah, I don't love it. I don't love that this has been doing for the past generations. It's not my favorite thing in the world when I go to a store to buy a physical item that I want the full thing to be on the disc. But, like, the fact that we have such a big, like, outcry over it is stupid. Like, get over it. Like, we've been doing this for so long. I thought it was just common knowledge that we've been doing this forever. Now, literally over the past decade.
It's just because the original Switch had all the different sizes, so now they're mad.
It's just more
that
expensive
they didn't
to
do
produce
that
cartridges.
option.
Yeah.
Now,
mean,
I would like to know the difference in speeds between the OG Switch games and the new Switch 2 games, because there are Switch 2 games that work on the Switch 1. Like,
Yeah.
you just take the red cartridge, put it in the Switch 1, and it just plays the Switch 1 version of said game. I'm like, okay, so is it a Switch 1 cartridge, or is it a Switch 2 cartridge?
I think it's a Switch 1 cartridge that just has the red casing.
And if that's the case, then the game runs fine enough that why don't more developers just utilize the original Switch cartridges, like, for different sizes if they want?
Because they're dumb.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
I hate to say that's my answer, but that's my answer because they're stupid.
It's cheaper.
Sorry, it was really dark in here. I just find it really annoying that, like, there's an upcry for no reason. Like, again, like, people just hate on Nintendo for the sake of hating on Nintendo. And like, don't get me wrong, like, I love Nintendo. Okay, I think we know that. I love Nintendo, but I am also one of the first people to call it Nintendo when they do stupid BS. You know, like, I'm one of the first people to recognize, this is BS. Like, I fully don't agree that Mario Kart World is worth $80. I don't think it's worth $80. Did I spend $80 on it? Yeah, because I wanted it. But I think Donkey Kong will have much more of a variety of gameplay and more things to do than Mario Kart. I think that game might actually be worth $80, but it's $70.
Because it's not a Mario game.
Yes.
Not Mario Kart.
Yeah,
Mario Kart is their
it
best-selling
is,
franchise.
but I think that's just an excuse. Like, obviously, all the developers were thinking about $80 for a while. Nintendo was just the first one to pull the trigger, and everybody craps on Nintendo for being the first one to pull the trigger. So, I just people need to stop hating on Nintendo because it's Nintendo. Like, the Switch 2 is well worth the $450 that it is. It's
If
the
you're
fastest
willing to drop
selling-
that much anyway.
Yeah, I mean, a PS5 right now is basically $600. An Xbox is $600. It's the cheapest system on the market right now. Even compared to a Series S, it's a tiny bit more than a Series S right now. And it's portable. You can take it with you. I mean, the Series...
I mean, depending on the circumstance, you could also technically consider the Series S as portable.
Yeah, but you can't... It doesn't have a dedicated screen built into it.
That's why I said under certain circumstances.
Yeah. It's an all-in-one...
It's not a handheld portable, but
No.
it is extraordinarily easy to fit into almost any bag I
yeah.
own.
Yeah.
Boards, controller, and everything.
Yes, it's very
I can
compact.
fit that in like a messenger bag. I don't need a whole backpack for like
It's-
my old Xbox One, which was like about as big and about as heavy as an old VCR player.
It is a VCR player.
Yeah.
But,
Compared to this thing, it was huge.
oh yeah. You can fit like 2 or 3 of them in it. But I don't know. I'm sick of the internet. The internet's stupid. That's just my
You're just now realizing this?
No, I've known this, but the internet's just more stupid than ever. I feel like people just say stuff because now they can get paid to get more attention online. Thanks, Elon Musk, for that. But yeah, that's my rant on Geek cards and how I think it's not that big of a deal and people need to shut up about it.
Yeah, I'm sure eventually, like, different cart sizes will appear and they'll be cheaper or whatever, but
It takes time.
they're all like, oh, the third-party developers, like, their expectations were even like lower than their lowest expectations. I was like, it's because Mario Kart is $80, the Switch 2 is $450.
Yeah,
If they wanted the Pro controller, that's another $90.
if you want a camera,
People didn't have the money to go and buy these third-party games that are older, and even if like they're not as old as someone like when Skyrim or whatever got ported full price, but Street Fighter, couple-year-old game.
Yeah.
Cyberpunk is a few years old.
Yep.
And
here's my-
Bravely Default is an older game, but it's a remake, so
Here's my
like I can give that one a pass.
My thing about Cyberpunk, all right, if you wanted Cyberpunk, you bought it a long time ago. You know?
Or when it got fixed.
Yes. That's what to say about
But
that.
apparently, the Switch 2 is one of the best optimized versions of the game.
Yeah, because they actually put love and care into it.
They had to custom do a bunch of stuff to make it work.
I mean, I'd say they put love and care into fixing Cyberpunk when they did. They
Oh,
just
yeah.
needed more time to work on it, and the community didn't want to give them that, so they had to put out something half-baked.
Well, it wasn't the community. It was WB.
Mm.
WB screwed that up, which is normal for them because they kind of trash everything.
Brothers was involved in that?
What'd you say?
But then, like most, he said
Good.
Warner Brothers was involved in that.
Yeah, yeah, they were.
I didn't even know they were involved in
They were
Cyberpunk.
heavily
I
involved in
didn't
Cyberpunk.
either.
Yeah, Warner Brothers was heavily involved in Cyberpunk.
Then after they were given the chance to fix it,
Do you
and
have
having
your
played it,
Switch 2
I-
case nearby?
Huh?
Do you have your Switch 2 case nearby for Cyberpunk?
No, I don't have Cyberpunk yet.
I thought you bought Cyberpunk.
No. I got
Oh.
Street Fighter 6,
Oh,
Bravely
yeah.
Default,
Yeah. You
and
did buy Cyberpunk.
Sonic.
Yeah, the
all
WB
game key
logo is right in
cards.
the like bottom hand corner of that. Yeah, I think people need to get over themselves. I think it's not a big deal, and an easy thing is if you don't like it, you don't have to buy it. So shut up. You know,
Yeah.
like that's the easiest solution.
But here's my issue with it. It's like they're all saying it's like I've seen people do polls like, would you rather just buy digital or buy the game key card? They're just saying buy in digital. I was like, okay, so like you're gonna do exactly what the developers want you to do, is
Yeah.
go fully digital.
Yep.
That's what they want. I was like, the key cards for people that have multiple Switch 2s in their household, that have
Mhm.
multiple Switch 2 users that play on their own profiles, the key cards make 100% sense.
Well,
It's like buy that,
you can
and
sell
it'll
the
work
game key
for
card.
both.
You can sell the game key card.
Yeah,
Like it's like, oh,
you can't
okay.
sell a
Heck.
digital game.
Exactly. But you can
I
sell.
was like, yes, you have to download this game. I was like, but you can't play it without the key card.
Exactly.
Just like you have to download a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox game, but you can't play it without the disc.
Yep.
I will be right back.
You're good. But yeah, that's exactly what it is. I don't know. People just hate on Nintendo for the sake of hating on Nintendo, and that's about it. You know.
Yeah, but Nintendo did a fake announcement and like trial thing about the Switch 2 selling 5 million units in its first month, which they said it's not official, but honestly, I could believe that's around where they're at
I can believe it's close.
in their first month.
I believe it's pretty close.
And in their first quarter, I mean, I'm assuming they're going to be anywhere between like 8 and 10 million
It wouldn't
in the
shock me
first quarter.
at all. I can see it happening. You want to talk about how all of these cases for the Switch 2 suck?
What do you mean?
All the like the hard cases, like the protective cases that go around the
Oh,
system
I
itself.
haven't seen any of them really. I haven't.
Oh, they all are failing. Like D-brand.
Oh, those kind, yeah.
Yeah, those kind of cases. Like that whole situation's crazy. So like before the Switch 2
I thought you were talking about the carrying case. I was like, that one
No.
at the store was pretty rugged.
No. The physical like hard shell protective cases.
Mhm.
All these companies that made them got early designs for them and they don't match properly. So they are actually a more risk to your Switch than they are helpful.
It's like you're taking a design that you got from someone's 3D printed like idea model.
Yes. Which is crazy to me.
Is D-brand, did they call it the kill switch?
Yeah, which literally it'll kill your Switch right now.
Like it's gonna drop it right on its head.
And there are things like don't hold it like that. Okay, Steve Jobs back iPhone 4. Don't hold your
No,
iPhone
they're
like
basically
that.
saying like no one holds their Switch like that.
Dude, you might. I don't think anybody intends
Now-
to, but I have.
If I go to drink something, I hold it with one hand. Like now, I'm not just holding by the Joy-Con. Like I will support the back of it. I'm not like completely brain dead.
Oh, I'll hold it by the Joy-Con. I have faith in that.
I will without the case because it'll stay on.
Yeah, I have faith in it.
But
Without that case,
you
the
can
magnetic.
pull these off without pushing the button.
Yeah,
See?
yeah. If you pull the top, yeah.
But, like it takes some effort. Like it's not.
Oh yeah, it's not easy. But if you're just sitting there, like, you're just dangling it, dude. Yeah.
Yeah. Like just doing this, like
Yeah.
it's fine.
Yeah. Nothing's gonna happen.
You
Hold
can
on.
even like light shake.
1 second. yeah, it takes some effort to pull this thing off, dude. Like, a lot of effort. And like, if you pull from the middle, it's really hard from the middle. But if you pull from the top, it's a lot. Like, you can do it from the top.
The top or the bottom, it's
Yeah.
where like, but the middle where like the magnets are the strongest.
Yeah, if you hold it from the middle, even if you hold it from the side, like you're just showing, like it's on there. But because of those cases, like it has the perfect amount of spacing it needs to do that, the full strength of the magnets, and that casing gets in between that, and so when you're holding your Switch like one-handed real fast, and you hold it upside down, and all of a sudden your whole Switch falls out, like. I'd be pretty unhappy with that. Not gonna lie. But I mean, I guess they're coming out with a fix next month for it.
So are they going to give free ones to all the early adopters?
They're gonna give free replacement parts to fix it. Yeah, for
Like
the Joy-Con.
because obviously, like the main shell itself is fine.
Yeah, it's just the
I'm
Joy-Con
sure.
parts.
But the Joy-Con parts are where the problem is.
Yeah, they're gonna send anybody who buys within a certain time frame, free replacements for those. As they should.
Yeah. I was like, I bought this and it is no working.
Yeah. So I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just think it's crazy that
I never bought anything like that for my original Switch.
I didn't. I considered for this one. I'm considering buying a grip for this thing. I'm not.
But
Gonna
I
lie.
would rather one come from, and nothing necessarily against D brand, but like something come from like Hori or Power A, something like one of the official licensed accessory manufacturers like that will have Nintendo's exact specs of sizes and everything.
Yeah.
Now, sure, they have exact set size now because I'm sure someone at D brand got a hold of this actual Switch 2 and
Oh yeah.
could do all their stuff around it, but D brand's kind of sketchy.
Yeah. I don't know. Like.
And I bought from them. It's like that's why my PS5 is black.
Yeah.
I even
I
have
guess.
and I mean, like the shipping box that it came with is amazing. Like it is a very high quality box that they shipped it in.
Yeah.
And it looks really nice. It's just like they got in trouble.
Oh yeah, they get in trouble all
And
the
I
time.
just don't
dude.
like the way the kill switch grips. I don't like the way the case looks exactly.
I just hate that they
like,
call it a kill switch,
Right.
and then people like the cases could literally kill your Switch. Like
You know what you did.
literally. I don't like that. I guess we can move on to the sad news of today.
Yeah.
Yeah, technically they're the biggest of the three. Microsoft is the biggest of the three. But yeah, it seems like every other month we get word of layoffs. How can you be the biggest of the three, monetarily wise, and have so many layoffs? But you're like, oh, we're doing so great. Our numbers are fantastic. You're lying. You're lying about something.
You were not doing good.
Yeah, like you're clearly lying. If you're doing so great, you wouldn't be doing like rounds of layoffs multiple times a year. And I think this is the biggest one, isn't it?
Yeah, 9,000 people.
Yeah.
And it's expected to continue to grow because they're estimated to do up to 10% of the workforce, and 9,000 was only about 4%.
Which is crazy. Like, what? Like, be honest with us. What's going on? I mean, we know what's going on. Your sales are sucking.
Their sales are talking. They don't know where they want to go with things. Like they have no clear path. Like they know they want GameStop or Game Pass to work.
Yeah.
But outside of like they don't know what they're doing with their hardware. They have no idea. That's why they partnered with ROG.
Here's the thing. Here's what they gotta do. All right. Stop making hardware. All right. Go third party. Play nice with PlayStation and Nintendo. Figure out a way for you to get Game Pass onto their systems.
Mm-hmm.
I thought Xbox always wanted to play nice with PlayStation. It's PlayStation that doesn't want it.
It's a mix of both. They all kind of hate each other, except Nintendo. Nintendo and Microsoft are like chill. They're pretty chill.
I think it's because like Microsoft keeps giving their exclusive to PlayStation, but PlayStation's like no.
We're gonna get them anyway
we
in the
are.
future
With
We're
Steam,
already getting them.
with Steam. We're gonna get them.
Here's my thing.
You don't want to give them to us directly. We're gonna find a way.
I just think that they need to figure out what play the nice. Xbox needs to go third party, and just allow people to allow people to use the Xbox OS on their PC handhelds or other places that can come out with their own Xboxes.
what I think should happen, because it's obviously going to come down to Nintendo and Sony as being the
Yes.
last two, and they're vastly different markets.
Yeah, very
Nintendo
different.
has separated themselves from the mainstream game market and went handheld. What I thought should have happened for a while when Microsoft started going through their ups and downs and weird struggles, Microsoft should help make Nintendo's hardware with the power that they have and compete only against Sony. Like, give Nintendo something that is like spot on against. But they went with a ROG instead,
Yeah,
which is something that's already out.
it is, but it has Xbox OS on it. So I'm interested in it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm pretty interested in it. I just don't know. I don't think I want to pay $1,000 for it.
I don't want to pay $1,000 for it, and even, I don't even know if I want to pay $800 for it.
I don't know if I do either.
Sure, it's gonna have like Xbox games, but they're gonna do like they're not gonna guarantee all Xbox games.
No, it's gonna be the Steam Deck where things
Like
work on it.
the
and some things
verified thing. Like
Yeah.
it's like we can't guarantee they're all gonna work. I was like, okay, and sure the ROG Ally like Seer X or whatever is stronger in terms of raw power than it comes to the Steam Deck, but it's not optimized the best.
don't. No.
I was like, so like I have a Steam Deck. It was like I don't need, in terms of power, like a slightly better
Yeah.
PC handheld, just because Xbox is on it.
I want to see reviews on it before I even consider it. You know.
Like let it, because like I'm pretty sure I still have it on here.
Or I mean,
Yeah.
if Microsoft
Xbox Game Pass on my Steam Deck already for the cloud gaming.
Yeah. I mean, if Microsoft wants to hit us up and give the show one, I won't say no. We'll review it. I'll do whatever you want, Microsoft. I'll do things for money.
Session has expired. But like I could play all the cloud version
Yeah.
of the games because I have Game Pass Cloud on.
They need to figure out what they're doing because they're struggling and it's very apparent.
But
Very apparent.
yeah, so like they laid off 9,000 people
Yes.
so far.
As of now, yeah.
They closed the initiative, which was making the new Perfect Dark that they showed off multiple times.
Oh yeah.
Gone. Everwild, which was Rare's new game, gone. One of the directors of Rare that's been there for 35 years left the studio because they canceled that game.
Yeah. I'm not
He was one of
shocked.
the original guys, but like pre-Microsoft.
Yeah.
Like he worked with Rare when they worked with Nintendo.
Yep. When you
And now he's
bounce.
gone. And yeah, honestly, you know what I think he's going to do? I think he's going to join Playtonics and help them with ukulele.
I mean, that's a smart thing to do.
He's going to rejoin his old team and help them with that. What else went down? I know like all the Call of Duty studios lost a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
The
think-
developers behind Forza lost half their workforce.
I think something that needs to happen, speaking of Call of Duty, they need to be like an every 5 year.
Oh, I
They
still
need-
have it up here.
They need
So I was looking
to,
at it.
every 5 years, come out with a game, pool Battlefield, you know, come out with enough content, which they can clearly do, come out with enough content to supply at least 3 to 4 years of stuff. You don't have to do weekly events. You don't have to do that BS, that battle pass crap. You don't have to. You can do it if you want, but you don't have to. To supply enough stuff for us to want to play for multiple years. give us maps. Give us the like. I miss the old Call of Duty days where you just paid for the maps. You just unlocked everything else by playing it. It's like, yeah, if you want these maps, sick. Pay us, the season pass price of $60. You get, like 18 maps or whatever the heck it was. It wasn't that many, but like,
And a couple zombies maps if it's Black
Yes.
Ops 2.
Yeah, and they canceled a new MMO that basically Bethesda's original parent company was making. So the people behind Elder Scrolls Online were making another MMO. They shut that down.
I'm not
It's been in
shocked.
development for 7 years. It's gone.
They just don't know what they're doing, man. They have no idea what they're doing, and I don't know. It's all kind of a joke. Like they used to be high
Are
and
a
mighty.
plague on the gaming industry.
Yeah, like them doing all those acquisitions literally screwed the gaming industry.
Yeah, they bought all these studios. They bought Activision. They bought Bethesda and id Software and all these so they could have games.
Yeah,
So they could have first party games because they only had not even a handful of studios under their belt. Not able to pump out enough to compete with Nintendo and Sony making their first party games. Because this dates back to the Xbox One.
oh yeah,
So they buy all these studios so they can make games. None of those games get released. They start laying off and they start closing.
yep.
They release a game, Hi-Fi Rush. It's
they close it.
massively successful. Close the studio that did it.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. I'm still shocked they did that. Hi-Fi Rush.
And then made it multi-flat
yes.
or whatever.
Like Hi-Fi Rush did
I was like,
great.
so you closed a studio that made you a game that everyone loved.
Yep, and then you close.
And you immediately closed them. They closed that studio that did that one failed zombie game
Back
or
for Blood?
vampire game. Huh?
Was it Back for? Oh no, Back for Blood. No, that wasn't that. That was WB. What was that game? Oh my gosh, I can't think of that game.
But they closed it. They're gone. And that game sucked.
Oh yeah, that
But
game
they-
was bad. I forget what the name of that game was.
That's how bad it was.
It was really bad.
How old is it?
It came out like 2 years ago, I think.
Was it about zombies or vampires?
Yeah, vampires. It was vampires.
For vampires.
Was it called Vampire?
Redfall.
Redfall.
Okay.
Yeah, Redfall. Yep.
Redfall.
That game.
I
is
had to
so
search. I was
bad.
like, bad Xbox game recently.
Recently.
and Google's AI was like, Redfall. And I'm like, that's the one.
Thank you. It's the gaming industry is just so screwed, man. Like,
And then I see because I was
Unless you're
like they're
indie.
probably gonna Fable. Look how long Fable's been in development.
I would not shock me
How
if
much
they
they've
cancel it.
showed, and that they're just
Well,
gonna
Let's be
enact
honest.
it.
Let's be honest. They haven't showed a whole lot, man.
No, they haven't. Like they've been more
They-
recently, and apparently everything that they've showed at their showcase, everything there's fine. Like none of that has any kind of worry. Like that's all coming out.
Yeah, I
I was
just
like, okay,
like they.
but what about
haven't
the
showed
stuff you
any
didn't
gameplay.
show?
They showed no gameplay at all. They've only showed.
I thought they showed the last time they showed it. They did have a little bit of gameplay.
I think it was next to nothing though. Nothing of substantial importance. Like the past 4 or 5 times I've showed it, it's been cinematics.
Yeah, they did
more-
show in February, but it's alpha gameplay.
The more I hear, the more I'm thinking that I went multi-platform for my gaming at the right time.
You did.
I got a PC at the right time.
Yeah, you did. That's really why I'm going to start buying stuff basically for my Switch or PC from now on. Like I'm going to get Gears and Halo on PS5 because it's a big deal. And then if Gears and Halo both come to Switch too, I'm probably going to buy them again because it's such a big deal. Like I want it for the history aspect. But I know it's coming. We can talk about that real fast. And the worst kept secret ever is the Halo Combat Evolved remake. That's going to be announced in October at Halo World Championship.
It's
gonna be
also
about-
their 25th anniversary
well,
is
next
coming
year.
up.
Yeah, next year will be 25th anniversary. And
Like
it's gonna
they'll show it off. It'll release next year.
I have a theory
for
real
the
fast.
21st.
I think yes, they'll show off next. They'll show it off and come out next year, but I also think they'll show off and shadow drop, or be very close, like maybe a month or two later, that Master Chief Collection is coming to PS5 and Switch. I think they'll announce it the same
Yeah.
day.
And it'll be digital only.
No, they'll be physical. It'll be physical later on.
Yeah, maybe.
I think there'll be a physical. There's enough PlayStation players that enough Nintendo players. Well, they'll want it physically.
Well, they want it physically.
Oh no,
Microsoft
will
just
want
doesn't
it.
seem like they want to do it.
No, they'll want to do it because they'll miss out on a bunch of sales. Because Gears, they didn't have to do Gears physical, but they did it.
Well, did they or did they do a game key card?
It's a game key card, but it's still, you can go to the store and buy it.
I could look at it on my shelf.
Yep. It's gonna look really weird when I put that on my shelf once I get it.
Look at it, it's like,
Like I'll be like,
That's not right.
yeah, like I have, Gears 1, 2, and 3 and Judgment sitting up there, and then I have 5 on Steam. Well, it's look really weird. It just sitting there. I need to beat 5. I never beat 5.
From what I understand, 5 wasn't everyone's favorite.
I heard it was a mixed bag. But I
Because
think
you're
I
not
think
playing
I've
as
shared-
the main guys.
I think I shared my Gears story. I think. I had never played Gears until the week of Gears 5 coming out. And so my, at the time, roommate and I played through Gears 1, 2, 3, and 4 that whole week. And I didn't play Judgment, but we beat Gears 1, 2, 3, and 4. I beat 4 the day of, like, hours before 5 came out.
Did you cry when Dom died?
No.
Dom!
Because I got spoiled for me. Because Facebook
Oh,
listens
yeah.
to everything. Facebook listens to, I kid you not. Facebook listens to everything. I was playing through those games, and I was going through that time before it was Reels. I was scrolling through, and then I was like, oh, sweet Gear stuff. And then I saw it happen, and I was like, are you kidding me? Like, it got spoiled for me. I know it's old. I know Gears is old, That game's old, but it still, made me so mad. They got spoiled for me. But I like Gears. Gears is a great time. I didn't end up playing any of Gears 5 campaign because I just played the multiplayer. I played the multiplayer for like a month and a half straight.
That's why I had to watch all of Squid Games within the weekend it came out.
Mm-hmm.
It's I had to, because if I didn't, because now anytime I go on Google or whatever, it's all these different things
Yep.
just
It
about
spoils
Squid
so
Games
fast.
because it knows I watched it.
Fun fact, I know nothing about Squid Games and I'm fine with it and I don't care to watch it.
It's so good.
I know nothing about it. I've never seen anything about it. My phone has nothing to do. I never get anything for Squid Games on my phone ever. Because it knows I don't watch it. So.
I randomly started watching it one random time, and Victoria wasn't even watching it with me. When I started it, she didn't seem to have interest in it at first.
Yeah.
And then it just as I was watching it, she started watching it, and then she got invested in it.
That's how it happens.
And then when this third season released, I was like, I gotta watch that. Because we're in the middle of watching Daredevil again, but I was like, I've seen the original Daredevil, and I realized I don't remember a lot of the first season. I remember the guy getting his head smashed with a car door.
Dude, that was so brutal. I remember watching that for the first time. Oh my god. That sound.
Mm-hmm. I remember that, and but most of it, I'm I don't remember a whole lot of this. So
I love that show. With my whole heart, dude. I love Daredevil.
But thankfully, I haven't been spoiled on Born Again, so
That's surprising.
I know.
Born Again is great. What season are you on?
But I am now starting to see articles where like people think Kingpin was nerfed.
We'll talk about that once you actually watch it.
But then I read like I didn't read it, I didn't see anything, but I did read the article, and the guy that played him said he actually had control over the character and how he acted,
Yeah.
and he's like he's not nerfed.
Well, there's a certain thing that happens that shows he is not nerfed at all. There's a thing that happens that's like no at all. But we'll talk about that once you get there.
So, not even talking about Daredevil, isn't Kingpin just like a big dude?
Yeah.
And that's his whole. He's a big dude who is also rich. That's his whole
And
thing.
very manipulative. Yes.
I mean, he's extremely strong.
He's very intelligent. Like he's very intelligent.
Even though like the way he talks, he doesn't seem like he is.
This new
Well, he's from-
Kingpin, yes, he talks very, very intelligent.
But like the way he's talking, like he has a reason because he's getting his point across more.
yes.
Like he's very absolute with what he's saying and
Very-
how he means everything.
Yeah, it's. I know you're not into the comic books and stuff like that, but it's such a good show. Like, some of the best like Marvel acting is in the Daredevil series. The dude who plays Vincent, I forget his last name. The dude who plays Kingpin is a phenomenal actor. He brought that character to life very well. Just the raw emotion and like the power, like like certain like characters, you feel like the power that they have. Like as soon as he was on screen, you could like feel like he like dominated the screen. It was sick.
Mm-hmm.
Very like,
Well, and like I didn't realize like it took them, like 3 episodes before they even showed who he was.
yeah,
Like showed Kingpin
yeah,
in the first season. And Grant's like, yeah, 3 episodes isn't that much, but like when he is the main villain
yeah.
of that season, it's basically
he's the main
most
villain
seasons.
of the whole series, honestly.
Yeah.
But back onto the last topic, we're gonna kind of speed rush this here because we've been on a little bit. So 2 days from now it's 4th of July. Woohoo, America. And we're gonna talk about the most American games and the most American video game characters. And the first American, game I think of is Broforce. That's the most American game I could think of off the top of my head. It's the most 80s macho man. Has a bunch of characters like action heroes, but they all have bro in their name. Like the Broinator is freaking Terminator. Rambro. It's so good. It's the most American game ever.
It's ridiculous.
It's absolutely stupid, and I love that game. Fun fact, that was one of the first PS4 games I've ever played. When I bought my PS4. That was the second PS4 game I bought.
I seen when I was on the Steam page, Great American Truckers.
Oh, God.
Pretty American, and the character in it, Big Rig.
Dude, Farming Simulator.
Right.
Real American right there.
Which now there's a D-make.
I know, dude. I kind of interested in that. There's like a retro, like
Like a
SNES
Genesis
style
version.
Farming Simulator coming out. I think it's called Farming Simulator 86 or something like that.
I think that's what it was. Yeah.
Yeah, that's hilarious. What you got? I'm gonna guess yours. In my head.
Okay.
I'm not gonna say it out loud.
Okay.
But go ahead and say it.
I want you to. I want you to say it out loud.
Ace Combat.
No. No, man. Like,
So-
sure, you get to fly American fighter jets and that, but I mean, it's not inherently American. And sure, you commonly fly for that universe's America, but it's also that universe's Japan, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
What does count is Modern Warfare 2, the good one,
Okay, that's
Not
fair.
the recent
That's
one.
Very America.
because you literally fight in Washington D.C. and you
Yeah.
fight in the White House.
Yeah.
Here's
fair.
one. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
That's a fake America.
Yeah, but it's pretty American.
Vice City.
Vi-
On like representing like how our country is and the people in it.
What do you? Wait.
I.
Wait. Hold on. Don't say anything.
No. Wait.
I wish you guys would have heard that. I gotta figure out how you guys can hear that. Add John Bertha, Punisher, with a no,
Oh.
wait, playing. Are you saying that because it's super ghetto?
Not necessarily. Just touch based on like a lot of themes and things that like go on
In the ghetto?
that we're still dealing with today. Well, not just the ghetto, but like the whole cop thing, like corrupted cops and the police, all that fun jazz.
Dude, Jonah's dying down there.
dying.
Jonah's dying down there. Fun fact: I never played that game.
Should have just followed the dang train.
Never played that game. What's another? Dude, Tiger Woods PGA Tour. So America.
MLB the show.
So America.
Madden.
Yep.
That's very.
It's American football. So.
Yeah, American football. Dude, Duke Nukem. America, baby.
If I'm
I'm
gonna
here
put
to-
any jet game forward, I will. Well, technically, there's two of them. One of them is an Ace Combat game, but it's not a very good one. Ace Combat Assault Horizon, which was
Okay.
one of the biggest failures of an Ace Combat game, other than maybe Ace Combat 3,
Oof.
the American release. And the other one is Project Wingman because you blow up California. Twice.
That's the hard
Twice.
right's that's the hard right's
Twice.
favorite dream right there. The hard right's favorite dream. Blow
I mean,
up
technically, it's the
California.
entire Ring of Fire, but that California's in there.
I'm trying to think what else is a super America game. Looking at my wall here, a lot of these are just Japanese. Wait, I got it. I'm gonna just pull it down. I'm not even gonna say what it is. I'm just gonna pull it down. I've talked about this game multiple times. I talk about this game every couple weeks. Pocket.
Like racers.
Yeah, the Burger King game.
Oh, that's a Burger King game.
That's why Burger King.
Yeah, one of the three. I have all three
Absolutely.
BK games, baby. Proud
Mm-hmm.
owner. Trying to think of what else.
So, the hot dogs, horseshoes, and hand grenades. It is a VR gun simulation game.
That tracks. I think, for me, I think that almost does it.
World at War.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like every Call of Duty you could say is an American game.
Well, no, but like World at War feels American if for the Pacific campaign part.
Trying to think.
You got Medal of Honor too.
Medal of Honor. That's very American. Let's see. You know, this is very American. Just Dance. Just Dance is very American.
The
Just
Wipeout
Dance
game.
very Amer-
Dude, it has a bunch of. I can't.
Oh, wait, Just Dance. I'm thinking. I'm
you
thinking. the
think
other
Dance
game,
Dance Revolution, bro? That's
Yeah,
so
I was like, that
Japanese,
is
it's
not
even funny.
American.
No, Just Dance is so American. It has all the white, crappy pop music you could think of.
Yeah.
Okay, what constitutes a game being an American game?
It just feels like America, dude. It's like when you
Okay,
see
so
it.
not
When you see it,
not Left 4
screams
Dead 2.
America. You know what I'm saying? Like Metal Wolf
Metal-
screams
what?
America, dude.
What?
Metal Wolf.
Uh,
It's a
Blade Wolf from Metal Gear
Japanese-made
Rising?
game. No,
Oh.
it's a Japanese-made game, but it's so American, it's not even funny.
So you're like a USA mech, and eventually you gotta like take down a corrupted president of the United States and the White House. You
Yes,
have to fight the White House.
it turns into
Oh.
a mech. The White House.
Before
turns
you
into
said
a
the
mech.
White House, I was gonna say so just Metal Gear Rising.
Nope.
Nope.
It is literally
I
the
don't know
White
if
House
I
turns
have
into
either
a
of you
robot.
played Metal Gear Rising?
No,
Yeah.
I have not.
You gotta
Okay.
fight in the senator.
I've never
Yeah,
played
that's what I was talking about.
Metal Gear ever. I want to play Snake Eater remake when that comes out.
You should play Rising. It's in the
I mean,
Steam
Delta,
library.
Delta. When that comes out.
Play Rising.
I'll let you play through all of them. I want those collections. Because they did the collection one. I want to.
I will warn you. These games were enough to give me overstimulation
Oh, it's Kojima.
of
I
all
mean,
people.
Which games?
Metal Gear.
Rising.
Oh.
I had to turn off the game after each boss fight because I literally could not play video games anymore after each boss fight.
That's rough.
The only time I was able to do 2 boss fights was when I finished Sundowner and went straight to Sam. And then I had to turn the game off because I couldn't play anymore.
That's
It's just
fair.
too intense.
Yeah.
That's fair. Let's see. What other game just screams America? I kind of think that's it.
Oh, you can find more.
Oh,
Just
what just happened?
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
Hold up. Hold up.
Oh,
Hold up.
it's showing OBS on stream.
Oh.
Yep, stuff's happening. Hold on. Are we still live?
Yeah. I can.
Okay. My power just tripped for a second. So that was interesting. It's very interesting.
Payday.
But it is pretty American.
I mean, the lead character has an American flag mask,
This is true.
or one of them anyway.
I think that's kind of.
You can find more.
I mean, I'm sure we can.
Yeah, I
find
just
more.
can't think of any more.
I am looking at the Steam library actively.
Did you just type in America?
No, I'm looking at the Steam family library.
Oh.
that's
Oh,
the way
because
to
we
do it.
just have a bunch.
You just have a bunch of games here, and I'm just picking ones.
That's true. That's fair. Let's see.
I was gonna say Saints Row, but I don't know if that's American. That's just funny.
It's just.
It's
that's-
parody America.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what game is not American at all?
What?
Expedition 33. It's so French, it's not even funny.
Oh,
It is very French.
It's so French.
Oh, oui.
Not on this podcast.
Sniper Elite,
on Simply
Sniper Elite, Zombie Army.
That's very.
I'm not
American.
gonna say the third word. I'm not gonna say the third word on stream.
That's very American.
What's more American? Which I guess you could technically say this for the World at War Zombies too. What could be more American than shooting zombies in the face?
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I appreciate you not saying the name
Mm-hmm.
because we'll get YouTube.
Yeah, I'd rather be safe.
Big Daddy YouTube on us. Arma, dude. The Arma games are pretty America.
That's more just general military simulation. I wouldn't call
Yeah,
those
it's just
strictly
America.
American.
That's all we are. Don't you know?
Military simulation.
I do know, but I've played Arma, man. Let me
Dude,
hang on.
Brutal Legends.
how many
pretty
hours do I-
America. I'm not gonna lie.
I have 105 hours in Arma 3.
But can we agree with that? That Brutal Legends pretty America.
Yeah.
You know what else is pretty American?
Huh.
Deep Rock Galactic. And not because it's about America, but because of the premise of the game, where you are just a wage slave, making nothing. Preston's dying at that one. I was gonna say the same thing about, what was it, Outer Worlds? The
Ugh.
Obsidian game?
Or my gosh, what's
You
What's
work
that
for a
dumb
corporation.
Game? What's that dumb
Mhm.
game that we played twice and never played again? That a certain one of our kind of friends begged us to get. Lethal Company.
Oh,
That's very
yeah.
American too. For the same reasons. I think that's really it.
I mean, we
I'm
are at the
sure
hour mark. I could just keep finding things to
we could
like
go on forever. There's so many games, especially from this
Red
list.
Dead Redemption 2,
That's very American.
WWE 2K Battleground.
Brother, that might be the most American game you've ever said in this whole entire list there. I'm gonna go get me a
Okay.
Faygo and listen to ICP and punch my wall.
I'm at the end of the Steam library.
Already?
You can end it now.
That's pretty impressive. Yeah, I think we're gonna end the stream arena. We're at the hour mark. Hopefully we'll have all four of us next week. If
Probably
not,
not.
it's fine. The show will go on with or without Ewan. He's not the star of the show. It's not me either. I'm not the star of the show.
It's me.
Yep, you're right. The show didn't exist. The show didn't exist for like 20 episodes without you. Those are just preludes.
I mean, it existed. It just really started being a thing when I showed up.
They're just prequels.
Mhm.
But yeah, we're gonna end it. One thing I wanted to one thing I wanted to mention that's gonna start happening is we're gonna periodically just play games like off stream and record them. Just us chatting up, playing games, funny moments, and edit them and then publish them. We did one the other night. I just kind of thought of an idea. It was Nathaniel, myself, and you, and we're just playing Smash Brothers for quite some time. And I was like, it'd be funny if we record this and just have
Yeah.
somebody edit it and get the good bits, you know? I think just do that maybe once or twice a month and just post this up to YouTube. You know? I think that'd be a good idea for extra content. Just to help boost some things along, you know? Even if we would play Elden Ring again.
We know an editor.
I know we do. We need to get in contact with said editor.
I am always in contact with said editor.
I need to send him the file then.
Just warn him beforehand.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Because he's used to making the clips that have never been posted.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll talk to him and we'll get the stuff rolling, cuz I think it'd be fun if we do that, like, 2-3 times a month and just have extra stuff to post on the YouTube page beyond just the podcast episodes.
Well, and I think the extra stuff will actually help the YouTube page.
I think so too.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely will.
Like
If
having a more consistent and like.
If we do like
Not
quote
that I
unquote
want it.
series, like we can do like a Smash Brothers series. We could do like our Elden Ring, which we get back into Elden Ring, do an Elden Ring series. I think that'd be hilarious. The four of us doing co-op Elden Ring and just have that be a quote unquote series, and just do like an hour or two or time of like raw footage to hand over to our quote unquote editor, and him do whatever he wants with it.
And with it being like maybe once or twice a month, that should be plenty of time.
Yeah, like I think that's pretty solid. I think we should make it happen. I think it'd be cool.
The bad side is like keeping it PG.
Just
I mean,
make
he
sure.
can edit out anything that.
Just make sure he's okay with it, obviously.
Oh yeah,
but-
yeah. We got got to talk to him about it. But like, even then, like.
And I mean, if he's editing it, if there's swears, he can just like
Yeah,
make it silent or make it bleep or whatever.
or we can just put in a funny like Pikachu sound.
Yeah.
Funny sound. Or he can put in the no, wait.
I think that might be a little long for
It is,
censoring. Like,
unless we're cussing a lot.
well, yeah.
But like we'll talk to him. We'll figure it out. I think it's a good idea. I think it'd be fun. think it would
Mhm.
help with the productivity of the YouTube page. But yeah, we're gonna end the stream there. Hopefully, we'll see you guys next week. Around the same time as always. Typically on Wednesdays, sometimes Thursdays, sometimes not at all.
Whenever we feel like it, really.
Yeah, we just gotta get better at putting out content. If we want this thing to really kick off, which I think once we start doing that jazz, I think it will. But we'll see you guys next time.